food security is one of the pillars of the Kenya Kwanza plan, and this is in your hands to make sure that we boost agricultural production and we create benefits for the farmers so that we motivate them, so that they have money and they are able even to do more. And they are able also to increase their acreage, they are able to increase their yield, and then we can build a strong economy for a stronger country. We have been intervening with the societies because much as we have had a problem in terms of production, which is at the Ministry of Agriculture, the biggest challenge has been marketing because it's done by the cooperative societies where we have a serious challenge of governance and integrity. And that is where we have had the weakest link in the whole thing. The coffee subsector has had perennial problems for almost the last 2 decades, arising of 2 factors. One, after the subsector was privatized, the private sector moved in and took over the sector to the disadvantage of the farmers. We had very strong institutions that were managed by farmers, the Coffee Board of Kenya, KPCU, the Coffee Research Foundation, and all those who are replaced by profiteers. And as a result, a systematic program of exploitation of coffee farmers went underway. As a result, once the farmers did not get commensurate compensation for their sweat and effort, they started neglecting the crop. We used to produce 251,000 metric tons of coffee. But because of poor prices, there was a lot of uprooting of coffee and neglect of the coffee bushes, bringing us to an all-time low of 50,000 metric tons. So we have been working with the 2 ministries, Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development and the cooperatives, to try to deal with the cartels in the sector, look for new markets for the farmers, improve the pricing, and motivate the farmers to agree to look after the coffee bushes. And that has been going on. I bet a lot of resistance from the players in the industry, but we have worked very hard and we have been making good progress. We had also a tea conference in Kericho, and this subsector was almost crumbling down because of court cases. There had been elections in KTDA, and the directors who had been there for a long time were not satisfied with the outcome of the results that made them leave the subsector, and they filed many cases. Most of these cases now have been withdrawn, so we are in a good position to carry out meaningful reforms in the tea subsector that will help our people. Again, we have a serious challenge in terms of marketing. As we speak, we have a lot of tea, and Waziri, I want to thank you. You are there, and to try to unlock, and also want to go there to give it higher profile so that our tea can move. And there are also serious challenges, again, in the tea subsector. The cartels are not as pronounced as in the coffee subsector, but they are more silent and hence more lethal.